Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, the Options Boss. Just sliding up on y'all. Hope y'all had a green day today. I know y'all seen earnings drop. I know y'all seen GME running up. Them Wall Street bets, boys, they got a couple of these stocks running. AMC, what else? BBBY, BlackBerry. No, they all going crazy. It's a lot of opportunities to make money just by these stocks getting short squeezed. But I hope you guys out there being safe. I do want to rap to y'all a little bit about earnings. If you watched my last video, I did talk a little bit about playing earnings, and I mentioned that I was in Apple and Tesla. I do got a confession to y'all. I wound up grabbing a Microsoft call today, a little bit before close. I played earnings on Microsoft. I grabbed a 240 call. I grabbed a couple of them, should I say, for next week. And Microsoft looked like they are going to do well with earnings. Earnings was good. They're up in the after hour. We'll see if it holds over in the pre-market tomorrow, and obviously during the actual trading day. But that being the case, I do want to highlight y'all in regard to playing earnings. Um, I'm not sure exactly who's watching the video. If you're a veteran trader, if you are a novice trader, if you're someone still trying to get used to the market, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to clarify because I don't want anyone to make any bad or extra aggressive decisions in regard to earnings. So me, I've been doing this for a little over a year. I feel pretty comfortable with the market and what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, how I research. So that being the case, I personally will play earnings from time to time on certain companies that I feel strongly about. Um, Usually, if I feel strongly about a company, is because I've done research throughout that quarter. I check with the quote unquote experts, see what they're thinking, and just have a general lay for a general understanding for what that company has been doing as far as how the stock has been moving throughout the quarter, and if I think it has upside or not. That being the case, playing earnings is not a 100% safe thing. It's actually probably the most risky thing you can do in the market. So I want, especially the new traders, to understand that. If you're watching this channel, um, first of all, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, drop a comment, let me know you're a new trader. But listen, playing earnings is very tough because a lot of times a company could not have great earnings and then they fall. And then, if they fall, your contract could go from worth whatever amount of money it was worth to a worthless contract. And then you're stuck with a big fat red L. Or you'll have a case where a company will have great earnings and they'll still fall because the big boys will take profits. And when the big boys take profits, the stock price falls because they have larger chunks of the stock than us, everyday traders. So it's really a 33% chance, if you're being technical, a 33% chance of getting earnings correct. Now the catch is when you do get it correct, usually you're going to get a big win. I mean, I'm talking, 200, 300, 400% wins when you get right on earnings. So that is why I do take the risk every now and again because I do love seeing that 200, 300, 400% win. But at the same time, the key to being able to take that risk is you have to research the companies and try to have as good of an educated guess as you possibly can have about what those earnings will be, and you have to have a great understanding of your risk tolerance level. Now, what is risk tolerance level? That's very simple. Um, if you can afford to lose $1,000, say for example, then your risk tolerance level is $1,000. So don't play options or don't play earnings with $5,000 if you can only afford to lose $1,000. You stay, within that realm of what you can afford to lose and lower. So what I like to do, hypothetically, if I could afford to lose, let's say $5,000, then I would not play $5,000 completely in earnings. What I would do is I would play a portion of that. So maybe I might play $2,000 in earnings. And then what will happen is if I lose, I still gave myself some wiggle room. I still have some extra money that I can afford to lose if I so happen to be wrong. So you guys really have to have an idea of what your risk tolerance level is. If you're in a situation where you like when I first started trading, I had a very small account and I really couldn't afford to lose anything. Every move I had to make in the very beginning had to be a great move. If it wasn't a great move, I would blow up my account and I would basically be done because honestly, I was a guy living paycheck to paycheck when I first got involved with the market. So that being the case, if you're in that situation, then playing earnings is not really the best move for you. Um, a great move when you're playing earnings, if you want to at least get a piece of the pie, but you can't afford to risk it, is you can trade with that company during the days and the day leading up to earnings, but you make sure you sell your contracts no matter where they are. If you're a little bit red, if you're a little bit green, if you're a whole lot green, if you're whatever, you know, you sell those contracts before earnings actually jump off. And that way you don't have to worry about taking that big risk of a big fall with earnings. Now, what happens is a lot of times with companies, especially the reputable ones, when you're going into earnings, those companies will rise up in a day and days coming into earnings. So that's why you can kind of get a contract a few days out before earnings or even a week out, week, 2 weeks out, and just let that company slowly run up into earnings. And then you get out before end of the day so that way you don't got to risk earnings. If you can, and if you are able to risk anything and you have a higher risk tolerance, me, I'm very aggressive in the market. Um, any given time, I'll have 15, 20 contracts on, whatever option I have or more. And at any given moment, I'll have, you know, 3 or 4 different companies going into earnings and I'll be playing them. But the key is I stay within the realm of what I can do. So if you can play earnings, then the key for you will be to understand what you are willing to risk and to stay within the realm of that. So like I gave earlier with the example of $5,000. If you can risk $5,000, then you can play earnings with 5,000 and lower. Me, I would always go lower so that way if it blows up in your face, you still got some more money that's risk money. And if you guys just keep that in mind, then I definitely hope that you play earnings when you can, when you think that it's a good idea. Nothing I say is obviously financial advice. It's just suggestions on what's worked for me and how I've gotten from point A to where I am currently. So, guys, I hope that's helpful. I hope you guys understand where I stand on earnings. If you're a young trader, I hope you learned something from this. Heck, if you're a veteran trader, I hope you heard something from this that you like, yeah, that guy's right about that. And most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So, like I always say, subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Hopefully we get some green tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a green portfolio tomorrow. I'm hoping to have a green portfolio tomorrow. And it's your boy, the Options Boss. So I'm a holla when I holla.